Hatcher, the one-time WBA junior welterweight champion, known as Mad Dog, although he wanted to change his nickname to the Fighting Machine, but his father said he can't do that mid-career.
Proving that his father is as good an editor as he is a trainer. Frankie building up points. Frankie Warren pounding on the ropes, but really no damage being done. There's no zip to those punches. I'll tell you what is happening. Hatcher's getting hit by that head an awful lot, and pretty soon we may have two people bleeding in this ring. Duva screaming, dig it, dig it, dig it, dig to the body.
And there's the mother of Gene Hatcher. That's Shirley Hatcher. Along with
big right hand by Frankie. Just about knocked over Hatcher, who's taking a terrific shellacking here. If Frankie's not worn out now, if Frankie Warren can keep this up for another minute, he must be in the condition of the world.
Frankie Warren continuing to pull his way on Gene Hatcher.
This is what we spoke up. Oh.
And a warning to Warren for butting.
About 2 minutes too late when you say 450 butts later, they told him that. There he goes again. That's what we pointed out at the beginning of the show. That difference in size is all to Warren's advantage.
And that is a 5.5-inch difference. Warren at 5'2½", Hatcher at 5'8". And that is the end of round 5. Hatcher getting set to come out for round 6. What does the scoreboard tell us?
Quite unofficially, Frankie Warren took that last round on a non-stop attack. We're at 49-46, or roughly 4 rounds for Warren, 1 for Hatcher.
Scoring on the 10-point must system under the jurisdiction of the California Athletic Commission. So for Gene Hatcher, the same scenario. Slow start. He's picked it up a bit. Warren suffering that cut over the left eye. And it has been Warren bullying himself throughout against the taller Hatcher.
And when he stopped doing that, he lost the round. When he tried to box with Hatcher, he lost the round and got beaten to the punch by Hatcher all 3 minutes. Hatcher's cut is under the right eye. It's not as big as Warren's, but they are both cut. Uncharacteristic leap backwards by Gene Hatcher. He usually does not leap back to avoid a blow.
Right hand delivered by Warren. And again, blood from the cut over the left eye of Warren.
Here in California, cutmen can only use adrenaline, and it's very, very difficult to stop a cut. Joe Ferriella doing the best he can. The rules, however, favor Warren, because if they stop the fight, Warren's ahead on points, wins this fight. So that is not really a big concern of Warren's.
And we have less than a minute to go in this 6th round, scheduled for 10. Big day of sports here on NBC. In South Bend earlier was Notre Dame over Duke in overtime. So Digger and his Irish coming up with a victory over the Blue Devils. Following Bucks racing. It'll be live final round coverage of the Shearson Lehman brothers. Andy Williams Open from La Jolla, California. Combination by Warren. Left hook followed by the uppercut. Warren painting Hatcher. We'll be right back. In the right eye that was aggravated back in the 6th round. This is round 7. Marv Albert with the fight doctor, Bernie Pacheco from the Arco Arena in Sacramento, California.
Frankie Warren looked like he just put it in gear at the very end of that round to pull out the round. Continuing his domination round by round of Gene Hatcher. Hatcher, now to complicate his problems, has a deep cut under the right eye.
We've had no knockdowns. Warren had his way over the first 3 rounds. Hatcher, a notorious slow starter, did not get going until a late flurry in round 3. And Warren appears to be well in front on the scorecard.
He is that, and Hatcher sticking close to Warren, keeps getting butted because the smaller man is putting his head right in the face of Gene Hatcher.
Hatcher using his elbows now to counter the butting of Warren.
Yeah, they're getting down into the trenches now.
Elbows and shoulders of Hatcher going up against the butting of Warren.
Warren's head looks like a magnet. Once he gets close, he just glues it to you, and you just can't get away from it.
Hatcher now has been cut over the left eye. Meanwhile, Warren's cut does not look bad. That shot grazed Warren. Strong right hand by Warren. So Warren picking away with the jab as he loads up with the right hand. Oh, big right landed by Warren.
Boy, is that guy tough. That right hand has been singing in there with a great deal of force. It's either on the side of a rib cage or on the side of the face, but that right hand is hard.
Hatcher connecting with the occasional combination, but he's taken a pounding from Warren in the 7th round.
It looks like, I hope it's not, but it looks like there's blood coming from the ear of Gene Hatcher.
Well, Hatcher's corner will have a bit of repair work to handle between rounds.
Get over here. All right, let's go, bud. Big deep breath. Let's go.
And here is Gene Hatcher out for round 8. And he has taken a host of cuts. There's one over the left eye, one over the right. His ear is cut. Meanwhile, that earlier cut suffered by Frankie Warren seems to be all right. Gene Mad Dog Hatcher, 27 years old, from Fort Worth, Texas. One-time WBA junior welterweight champ. Successfully defended against Ubaldo Sacco, then lost the championship to Sacco. Since then, he's won 4 straight, coming off that October TKO of Darrell Anthony, while Frankie Warren is a 28-year-old from Corpus Christi, undefeated at 22-0, 15 by knockout.
Hatcher simply can't figure out Frankie Warren. So far, nobody else has either.
And Warren has been on a roll. His most impressive win last July, that 10-round decision over Buddy McGirt. Also last year, victories for Warren over Roberto Elizondo and Sammy Fuentes and Ronnie Shields.
Hatcher just praying to land a good shot to stop this little Frankie Warren, this perpetual motion machine. Hatcher's got cuts under both eyes, right and left eye, has also got a left ear that's cut. That was that tremendous right hand that landed in the previous round, cut him in the ear. I can't remember when I've seen a cut in the ear. How far back?
Approaching a minute to go in this 8th round, scheduled for 10.
Warren decided to take a vacation. This round he has not fought hard, nor does he need to.
And the crowd upset about the lack of action. It's a tough crowd here in Sacramento. And they've certainly had more than their share to be displeased about. It's the home of the Sacramento Kings of the NBA, and they have had their problems, although they've won their last 2.
Anybody that wants more action in this fight can't be a friend of Gene Hatcher's. They should be glad that this is an easy round.
That is it for this 8th round. Became interested in boxing at the age of 12. His older brother Willie, a middleweight fighter, a club fighter who fought 5 world champions, including Marvin Hagler. Warren began his professional career back in January of '83 as an amateur. Had a standout career highlighted by a bout against Mark Breland in the '82 National Golden Gloves. Warren knocked Breland down but lost a split decision to him. This is round 9. Marv Albert, along with the fight doctor, Freddie Pacheco, on NBC Sports World from Sacramento, California.
The multiple cuts of Gene Hatcher, attended very capably by Joe Barrientos, have not been a factor in the fight, and also not an unusual aspect of seeing Hatcher fight. He's been cut in the last 2 years over and over again.
And a surprise, it was Hatcher winning the WBA junior welterweight title by stopping Johnny Bump City Bumpus, who was here to root for his stablemate, Frankie Warren. In fact, Bumpus will go up against Lloyd Hunnigan for the WBC and IBF welterweight title next Sunday in London. So Bumpus stepping up. Remember that wild scene in the ring. In fact, even Lou Duva got into it. Oh, look out, low blow. Released by Hatcher.
Now things are getting complicated, because that was a low blow, and Frankie is hurt, and Hatcher comes on in round 10. No matter how much time they give Frankie, he's still carrying with him a little pain as he comes back to fight.
Meanwhile, the blood continues to flow from the left ear of Hatcher. And it looks ugly.
Frankie back to the attack with those hard punches, especially that right hand. And this is what cauliflower ears are made from.
Minute to go. 9th round, scheduled for 10.
Now another cut has opened up on Hatcher's brow.
Final seconds of the round.
You heard him and then backed off of
the corner of Gene Hatcher.
He can get his degree off working with Hatcher, go straight to working in emergency rooms right from here.
Coming up to the 10th and final round. In round 9, check out the low blow thrown by Hatcher.
Here it comes. That is low.
So, final round of the bout. Junior welterweights, Frankie Warren and Gene Hatcher.
And while we saw Barrientos working away in Hatcher's corner, we didn't see somebody else in there, and that was the commissioned doctor. With a man taking this kind of punishment, I think a doctor should be taking some heavy looks at Hatcher, even though there's just one round left to go.
Particularly that left ear of Hatcher.
You know, those low blows, a curious thing, if you get hit that way, and they warn you, they give you time, but it never leaves you for the rest of it. It's like telling a jury to disregard that last remark. It's still in there.
What do you have on the scorecard?
Frankie Warren way ahead, 89 to 83.
Scoring on the 10-point must, handled by the 3 judges. There is a 3 knockdown rule in effect. Fighter cannot be saved by the bell except in the final round. And this is the 10th and final round.
A nice little low blow by Frankie Warren just then, evening things out. Another one by Hatcher.
And referee Terry Smith calling for the timeout. All right, time back in as Warren just try to work it off by trotting around the ring.
That made Frankie mad. Boy, Frankie's letting everything fly. Referee's having a hard time controlling this. I don't know how Hatcher has withstood this attack, particularly those last few punches, and should have put away a heavyweight.
Under a minute to go in the bout. And Hatcher able to counter off the wildness of Warren.
Warren is mad. He's losing his head. He knows he's ahead, but he doesn't care. He wants to get even for these low blows. That's Hatcher's fight. The only chance he can win is to knock out Warren.
That is time left in the fight.
These two guys are all heart and all condition. I don't think you can have two people battling on such terms in the 10th round. Both should be dead tired.
Final seconds of the fight. So it concludes as a brawl, and they want to continue it. Lou Duva into Usher, far and away. We'll be back with the decision in a moment.
Good fight.
Sacramento, California, as we await the decision. Frankie Warren and Gene Mad Dog Hatcher going the distance. They go the 10. On the Fight Doctor scorecard, he had it as a decisive 7-point victory for Warren, 99-92. Hatcher, as has been his story, starting slowly, gave away the first 3 rounds, and then did show some signs. All right, let's go to the ring announcer for the decision.
Judge Hank Ellisbrew has it 95-94. And your other judge, Pras Montano, has it 99-92. The winner by unanimous decision and still undefeated, Frankie Panchito Warren.
That was a fight. That was a fight. You're one club friend of
Has been in the corner of Gene Hatcher, so Warren greeted by some boos, but no question about a decision. Warren now 23-0. Gene Hatcher drops to 27-4, and it could mean a title shot in the future for Frankie Warren. Let's go to the ring. Here's Ferdy.
That cut that happened in the second round, did that affect the way you were fighting?
No, not at all. No, it did not. Only made me get, pick it up a little bit faster.
Well, you went into a jab and dance around instead of your struggling style, or why?
Oh, well, I must say I have learned, to use my boxing knowledge. I used my head. I thought of boxing. I liked it very much.
When you got the low blow in 2 different rounds, you seemed to go crazy, particularly that last round. You were laying it out with him when you didn't need to.
Oh, well, I felt like, I can box. Since I know I felt I can box, I'd say I know I can
That
get
wasn't
it on.
boxing, that was fighting.
So I know I can do that. So I thought I'd do that in the last round, so a little bit. But
and leave him with a good impression.
Yes.
Well, you certainly did that. One last thing, Lou Duva, the manager, is a title shot really in the offing?
Absolutely. We want to fight Joe Manley. We'll fight Oliva. We'll fight the Japanese. We'll fight anybody. But this guy can fight. I think he deserves a title shot. He's shown today he deserves a title shot.
He certainly did.
I'd like to say one thing. I'd like to thank all the people behind me that helped me very much. George, Tommy, and my main man here. And I'd like to say hello to all my people back home. And I just want to say I thank God for all of it.
All right. And thank you very much. And back to Marv Albert at ringside.
All right, Ferdy, Frankie Warren with greetings for Corpus Christi, Texas. Lou Duva not taking a shot at the Japanese WBC champion, Tsuyoshi Hamada, the WBA champ, Patricio Oliva, or Joe Manley, the IBF title holder. Those perhaps in the offing for Frankie Warren. Marv Albert with the fight doctor. Ferdy Pacheco saying...
is sponsored by
streets whose names have been immortalized in the game Monopoly. And nestled among the giant hotels, the venerable Atlantic City Convention Hall, where every year Miss America is crowned. In 1964, the Democrats nominated Lyndon Johnson for president here in the Convention Hall. And before dome stadiums were in vogue, they brought in some sod, laid it down, and played college football. And today we're here in the Convention Hall for our main event, the IBF World Light Heavyweight Championship between Bobby Chez and the challenger, Willie Edwards. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Tim Ryan. Welcome to the 3rd event in our CBS Sports Saturday Budweiser Boxing Series. 2 weeks ago in Las Vegas, Donald Curry successfully launched his comeback campaign, and last week in Regina, Saskatchewan, Smoke and Bert Cooper from nearby Philadelphia enhanced his credentials as a legitimate heavyweight contender. Well, today Bobby Chez hopes